And so, let me say another beautiful day to our many viewers and followers here on the official homepage of the Executive Mansion of Liberia. It is a bright afternoon from the Ghanaian capital, Accra, and we are at the Kotokai International Airport. Precisely, we are at the VIP section, this newly constructed section for VIPs visiting this country. We've come to provide coverage for the sewing ceremony of the president-elect of this country, His Excellency Nana Akufo Addo, and of course, some presidents of Africa are making the way to the Ghanaian capital today, and of course, His Excellency Dr. George Manin Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, is expected to be touching down here in the next few minutes. I'm here, I've been here in Accra for the last 2 days now and awaiting this ceremony. It is always my pleasure to bring you information as they unfold. It is always a privilege for us to form a part of this occasion. And so the arrival formalities are about to get going here at this very important location for the people of this country. They've gone to election, you are aware, and of course, they've brought in a president elect, and so that president sworn in ceremony is stated for tomorrow. So some presidents are making the way here on today in preparation for the occasion on tomorrow. We are informed that the president of Sierra Leone, the president of Africa Coast, the president of Benin, some foreign dignitary from France, I'm told the US, Britain have all started to arrive here in the Ghanaian capital already. And it's of no deception that the president of Liberia will be touching down here shortly. Now you hear in Liberia, it is to tell you that the flight bringing His Excellency Dr. George Manawiad is in the Ghanaian airspace already. That flight took off Liberia an hour, few minutes ago, and it will be touching down here at Kotokai International Airport just in the next few minutes. And then the usual formalities at the airport, the meet and greet, and what have you will take place, and the president will be received here by an official of the Ghanaian government. Of course, then the president will be taken to his hotel suite somewhere in the central part of the capital, where he will retire until tomorrow. And of course, on tomorrow is the official program that takes place at the venue secured here in Accra. We'll give you some more information as they are available to us along the way. So again, we urge you to kind of stay with us as we will be doing everything possible here to bring you uh, the unfoldings here from Accra, Ghana. We are informed that health-wise and of course COVID techs um, will not be the minister to dignitaries making a way here for the next 72 hours, but they are demanded to take those tests before arriving here in Ghana. So the formality for COVID, I'm sure that all of the guests or dignitaries making the way here um, will be allowed to do them in their respective countries. We done just that as well before arriving here. So the carpet is already prepared, the grandstand is already prepared. The media covering the arrival ceremony of the presidents are making the way, and you will hear a lot of different happenings here. This is the guard of honor that will be here receiving guests as they make their way down their respective flights to this country. Now they've started. You're going to see the beauty of what's now taking place. And of course, the guard of honor taking place here. And so we are hearing just from the protocol here that what exactly will happen here will be the playing of the country's national anthem. And upon the playing of the national anthem, the president will definitely um, leave the grandstand. But as it is right now, they are all set in readiness for the ceremony here to welcome the president arrive on the far end of this Kotokai International Airport, exactly at the VIP point. The vehicles on the standby for different flights that will be bringing in presidents from different countries. Liberia is the first to arrive here on today. Prior to today, some vice presidents for some other countries to have already arrived. We haven't gotten the full itinerary of those in country, but we are informed by the protocol here that they are having guests from all parts of the world who's been arriving here since the last few days to grace this very big occasion. Accra is in colors. Like we said to you, seeing from the far end, the Bearer flags flying very hard here at the Kotokai International Airport VIP section. Well decorated from the inside to the outside. And of course, all eyes are now out and about looking at the runway here leading to this VIP um, stand where His Excellency Dr. George Manin Weah, accompanied by First Lady of the country, Madam Clara Mary Weah, and other members of his entourage will be arriving just in the matter of time now. We've told that the flight will land here exactly at 12:49 local time, same time with Liberia. And so it's exactly 12:49, and that flight should be in a descending mode right now, or it has landed somehow at the tail end of this airport, and will be rolling here at the grandstand where you're seeing the meet and greet, the authority coming here to welcome not just President George Mann, we have all other heads of state and government officials that will be arriving here at the Kotokai International Airport here in Accra. And a few days ago, we were also bringing you live feed from Burkina Faso that was in Ouagadougou. And of course, it was another sewing ceremony. We've gone to this similar location into Guinea Conakry. The president has also been paying similar respect to his African counterpart there in La Côte d'Ivoire. And so today he's making his way here to Ghana, where they've gone to their election. And of course, they are sworn in the new president on tomorrow. Yesterday, the president of this country had his State of the Nation address. It was a wonderful time to listen to his plans, reporting to his people as to the vision of his administration, and of course, talking about the challenges and situation governing the peace-loving people of Ghana, putting 2020 under the microscope and giving them the hope and aspiration for what is expected in 2021. That speech, again, as usual, has been analyzed here on the Ghanaian media that have been following various talk shows and television stations, trying to digest the president's speech on yesterday. I'm talking about the president of Ghana, his message to his nation on yesterday. And so you always have people critically looking at the president address. Those are obvious things that happens. I'm sure they are speaking to those issues, not putting it in the political context, but they've been very realistic in their analysis provided. We follow them with keen interest. And again, it is good for people to put the president address under the microscope and being frank to the issue, not being abusive and, of course, insulting what the president has put forth. So again, that's the politics of Africa. Some will agree and some will definitely disagree. But again, the good of everything is that there is a country and people will always have diverse opinion on national issues. You will agree that not all Liberians or not all Ghanaians here voted this president. They also carry as many oppositions here. Even as we speak, some of the oppositions are still complaining about the election result. But again, for the country and for the growth of peace and stability, the Ghanaians will be inducting their new president into office on tomorrow. We are receiving signals now from the tarmac here, from the runway, that flight. I'm sure you see the tails winking from the fire in our camera shot. His Excellency Dr. George Mana Weah has landed here at the Kotokai International Airport. You remember the flight that took off from Roberts International Airport a few minutes, an hour plus ago, has now landed here at the Kotokai International Airport. I'm trying to zero in on that flight. It's making its way gradually down the runway. It is going to turn left, make its way here to the grandstand, where His Excellency Dr. George Manawia will disembark and receive the playing of the Liberia national anthem, and then make his way into the VIP for a few minutes. There's a huge motorcade package, a total of some 12 vehicles that the Ghanaian authority have presented to the president to the news during his stay here in Ghana. And so those vehicles are parked on the outside of the VIP where the president will uh, board those vehicles and make his way to his hotel secured by the Ghanaian authority as a guest to this country. So if you just join us, I'd love to wish you a pleasant time. Um, this is our way of bringing you information right here from the Kotokai International Airport here in Ghana. The flip side of the airport, where the VIP section is located, that's where we are. And this is where the VIPs coming in here will arrive. And so it's a wonderful occasion. The Liberian team here include Minister Land Eugene Nangbe, also see Minister Samuel Wulu, see Information Minister Lejehu Renning. They are all here waiting the arrival of the president. And so, like we've said to you, the Ghanaian authority, the team that will meet the president on arrival is the ambassador in your camera there. And of course, the president's flight has just um, reached this point, and it's going to be it's going to be a wonderful time here. And like we said, here are the Liberian team that came along with the head of the president, rather, Minister Sam Wulu, Commissioner Leonard Eugene Nangbe, Minister Lecheho Simone Reni, and of course the ambassador staff. Let's see how we can get a little bit closer to this flight to bring you the ceremony when the president gets off here, and, um, and then the playing of the national anthem of Liberia, the doors open, and of course Captain Whitlaw, as usual, will be the man making his way off this uh, flight. The captain Whitlaw is making his way downstairs, uh, and of course the ambassador will now make her way inside. Let's see What's the formality there? Look, right there. And you see cameras flash. The rest of the guys are just about waiting to see uh, who gets off the flight. From our indication, we're watching the um, door to this flight. Again, the president of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Mann, we are here in Accra at the Kotokai International Airport, where he's come to join other leaders to grace the inaugural ceremony of the president of Ghana. That ceremony is scheduled for tomorrow. So the president will have a night here in Accra. It's been a long time since COVID. I'm sure that the president has spent the night out of the data weight of Liberia. He's traveled to countries in the region and returned on the same day. But he's going to spend a night here in Accra. Today he's on this flight along with his wife. They are stayed inside. We are watching. I'm sure there seem to be some other formalities taking place on the inside, preparing the president as he will shortly make his way off and then get ready for the rest of the activities. The captain make his way back inside of the plane there, and now that looking at the discussions ongoing, and of course the ambassadors of Liberia to Ghana and the protocol from the Ghanaian government making their way inside to first meet the president and his delegation, hold a water tour with them inside, and then later on the president will uh, disembark and then make his way to the VIP before getting on to the hotel somewhere in the central part of the city. So if you just join us, I'd love to wish you a pleasant and wonderful stay with us for the next few minutes. His Excellency Dr. Weah now making his way down the flight. Just after the president is the first lady. The meet and greet seems to be happening right there. His Excellency the President and team about making their way right here. And you see the rest of it on our screen here. This is His Excellency Dr. George Mananwea here in Accra at the Kotokai International Airport. Now you will see some disruption in our shots, but never mind for that disruption. The President will make his way to the grandstand where the Liberia national anthem will be will be played. So that's the portion of it right there. So the president receiving the honors now. He's going to make his way. He's going to make the rest of the folks in here. And you're going to see how camera the rest of them. These are the ministers ahead of the president. These are the ambassadors staff. Please.
Wait here in the last.
Yeah, it is. No. We can't do more than two questions.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks.
Thank you. So, His Excellency Dr. Weah right here. Just saying a word or two to the Ghanaian community. His camera guys are filling in here. And the ceremony. Thank you. So from the inside of the building, where the president So from the inside of the VIP, we are on the outside again, and as I said, we arrange these convoys, the vehicles intended for the president is here, and these are the respective escorts that will be making its way outside here of the Kotokai International Airport. His Excellency Dr. George Weah um, having a brief discussion on the inside. And further there are the escort motorcycles. Those motorcycles will be taking us to the hotel where the president uh, will retire for the day. And there is the protocol to the president, Ms. Nora Finnabundo, and also see the aide to the president, Mr. Siko Galasko Romaro Jumande. The ARC to the president is also here. On this current travel, there's the Minister of National Defense. Spoke to him inside as well. So a few of us have to stay right there from the VIP side of the Kotokai International Airport. The President of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Weah, has arrived here in the country. And so he's going to be here for the ceremony marking the inaugural ceremony and get going right here. We've set all of the vehicles now and just in the next few minutes after they put in all of what will be needed to get us going from here. And then we will take off from this point. I'm sure it's been a very quiet but sunny day here in Accra, Ghana. Sun been up all morning. This is the usual tradition of the Ghanaian society with the early morning sun that goes burning all day until afternoon hours. Now the team are making their way out of the VIP section, and they will be right here. Minister Lejabu Simone Renin, and of course, Commissioner Len Eugene Nangbe, Samuel Wulu. They are been here for the last 2 days, awaiting the arrival of the president. They will form a part of the occasion here on tomorrow, and so we are still watching as to the time the president will disembark his vehicle, get into his vehicle, that is, and then make his way to the hotel. Stay with you here, and for those of you joining us, get it right here. And as we get you, he will be with us right on. So, folks, we are just about to wrap it up this coverage. on this arrival. And then we hope we can do same for you on tomorrow from the square where the occasion will be held. We want to bring you every minute of the coverage along here. And so the president and the first lady are now making their way on the outside. They are going to get on board this vehicle, secure for them. His Excellency Dr. George Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, here at the Kodukai International Airport. So, folks, I want to wish you well for the short time with us. We'll join you again tomorrow, bringing you more coverage of the president activities here at the Kodukai International Airport and, of course, at the program.